Hi everybody, Shell here. Good morning and happy Father's Day to all you fathers out there from us here at Shadows Grove Homestead. So as you can see, I've got a lot of greens that are very happy. Much of it is ready to be cut. We're going to be using it continuously, so we're going to cut it and let it grow. That's the best way if you're feeding animals. That's what most of our greens are for: our rabbits, our tortoise, and soon to be chickens. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna set my camera here so that I can get one. I'm gonna show you how you do that. Alright, here's one here. It's good and luscious and big. And the important thing is that you do not want to cut into the crown. When you're harvesting continuously, you don't want to separate it down there at the crown where the roots are, like you would if you were buying, like, a head of this lettuce at the store or something. So once you sever that, it won't grow anymore. You can also, if you want to, you can just pinch off a leaf, just like this. You just, right down there at the bottom. Let me see if you can see that. You just go in and you just pinch. Let's see here. These leaves are huge, so I gotta get around them. You can tuck it all in there, come on down, and just pinch. Just pinch it out. Pinch out what you need. Or, like I said, you can cut some out, just like this. And if you're gonna be one of those continual growers like we are, it's an excellent way to avoid wasting. So what I'm going to do with this one is I'm going to bring it all together like that, and then I'm just going to cut just like that so that there's plenty left and it will continue to grow. And this is what I have off of that one. So let's see what we have next. That was my Grand Rapids. Let's see. This one is my red sails. I've got plenty of that as well. Look how beautiful that is. Just beautiful. It grows fast. It seems to be very hardy. It has done so well. And as you can see, it's just in a 1 gallon pot. The roots are extremely healthy. She's very strong. And it'll be the same thing when you're harvesting the leaves off of these as well. You can either pinch it off like that, or you can use your knife. You want to make sure you bring out a sharp knife, because if you don't, it'll snag and get caught and you'll probably just rip those roots right out. So again, you just bring it together like this, kind of like if you were bunching up a ponytail, but you want to be really careful so that you do not cause any damage to your plant. So you bring it together and you just slide over the top, just like that. And then you've got a nice big bunch there to take into the house. And then this will continue to grow. Just like that. And let's see here. I'm not going to cut the kale today, but let me show you around a little bit here. Everybody's doing so well. I'm so excited. I just showed y'all this last week, And they are so big already. Look how beautiful they are. Now, my rabbit Morris is not going to be as excited as our rabbit Loki or the tortoise, but he's not a huge kale fan. I don't know what's wrong with that rabbit. But this is all the kale we've got here. We're going to let it get bigger, stronger, and then over here we've got our red kale. We've only got a few of those. I need to get some more of those planted. And then we've got some romaine, which I'm also going to harvest some romaine with y'all. And then we also have some more red sails right here. And then right here, I believe that this is also, oh, and I hope I'm not wrong, but I believe this is also the standard green Grand Rapids. I did plant some iceberg, but I'm certain I only planted one with this batch. And then we have a whole nother batch of iceberg. I want to say like 12 over there. They just are starting out. So let's pick out our strongest romaine. Let's see. Look at all these options, but I believe hands down it would be this one. And again, these aren't very old. I am amazed at how fast they've grown, how strong they are, how well they're doing. I'm floored, and I really look forward to being able to save some money. Pardon the wobbling. Save some money on just continuing to grow food for the animals, as much as I can. I'd like to try to be self-sustaining in that regard as much as possible. I know that 100% is just not gonna happen, but it would be nice if we could do a good chunk. These look real good. And these, it's the same thing. They'll continuously grow as long as, let me clear up a spot so you can see down here, as long as you don't disturb the roots and you don't cut down into that core of the head. Let's see, can I get, there you go, down in there. You want to stay away from that hot zoned area. Now again, if you want to, you can, take that. It's important to mention that the stems on these are a lot stronger than on the others. So if you want to take just one, you probably should use a knife as well, or just snap it. But you can, take one or two as needed, depending on what your use for it is. Or you can bring them together and cut your portion there. And since I am feeding it to the animals, it does not have to look perfect. It's not restaurant style. I left these little ones. I know a lot of people who do this, like they have company coming over, and they grow romaine. They have company coming over, so when they show up for dinner, they actually just take the romaine fresh off of the plant, for food wraps and salads, and that's a great idea too. It's not something that we do, but it's a great idea. All right, let's go ahead and put this one back. Look at all of this lettuce. I'm gonna have some happy babies in there. Lincoln's been kind of in a funk. He's our tortoise. He's been kind of in a funk where he just sleeps all the time right now. He thinks he's hibernating. He doesn't really hibernate, but tortoises can go a long time in their little hide mode. So he's perfectly safe. So there we have how I cut my lettuce. And and we'll continue to do that as needed. If you have some that are getting out of control and you don't need it yet, it's probably best that you still go ahead and cut it and then find a way to preserve it. Because if you let it go too long and you're put in a position where you either have to harvest the whole plant or it'll die. And I sure would hate anybody to be in that position. So, again, thanks so much for joining us. We love having you. As always, have a wonderful day. Please like and subscribe our videos, and I'll win.